boys and girls. You probably noticed already by the thumbnail and then just me being on camera that it is a solo podcast. And I know we don't do those often. It seems like maybe we do one like every 100 or so. So I can't remember if this is the third or fourth of it being just me, but sometimes it's like that. And you could probably tell from the thumbnail that it is my birthday. Not that that's a big deal, so do not feel the need to comment or DM or anything like that. Happy birthday to me. It's hard to describe what birthdays are like because it's so different per person, but for me, it's like the classic guy thing. Like, it's not a big deal. It's not something I feel like anybody ever celebrates. And maybe that's just being a guy, like after a certain age in life, like maybe 13 or something like that. And then maybe past that, like 16 and 21. Like, nobody really celebrates birthdays, or at least it was never part of my life like that. Like, I remember 13 being the last, like, real big birthday. And it wasn't even, like, a big thing. It was just, like, I remember on my birthday, my dad being like, you are now a teen. Like, before you were 12 and now you're 13. And obviously that's how numbers work. But, like, for some reason it never dawned on me, like, why 13 is the first teen number. I think, like, people consider it, like, younger than that. Like, once you're, like, 10, I think people consider you, like, a teenager. Just because, like, your teenager years are, like, 10 to 20. But, like, yeah, 13 was the last one that I feel like was even notable. And that was just because, like, I was going on, like, a paper route with my dad. He used to have this paper route that goes through Perdido. So you would go through and throw paper. Well, you would go pick up the papers, then you'd bag them. And as he's driving around, I'm bagging them and throwing them out the window at, like, residential homes or condos or whatever the route was. But I remember that was whenever we got back from one of the routes, we sat in the trailer that we lived in, and he gave me a gift, and dog shit memory, so I can't really remember what the gift was. But I remember him being like, yo, now you're working. Like, you can make money now. Not that you can work at a lot of places at that age, but, like, he was helping me out by letting me work with him. And yeah, like, birthdays just have never really been that big thing, which is weird because of the way that I think about birthdays when I think about somebody that I love or somebody that I care about, like whether that's a relationship or a friendship or someone close to me. I like to make a deal about it. Like, obviously there's going to be some of my friends that are like, no, you don't. But it's hard to do that for everybody. It's like really the people that are closest to you, maybe physically. Like, there's people that I love and I am tight with, but I never get to see, so it would come off like I don't really care or celebrate their birthday or major achievements. And I think it's just because I'm so busy in life right now. But, like, the people, like, I live with Hilton. Like, I'll do something to make him feel special. Even if it's the tiniest thing, I'll still want to do something to make him feel, like, special or noticed or something that goes past, like, a card or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel that way about myself. So, like, I don't feel or expect or think somebody's going to do anything for me. And that's not to get your sympathy, but that's just, like, not everybody's birthday routine or regimen or whatever you want to call it is going to be the same. I think it just has to do with, like, the culture and people you grow up around. Like, if they do it, I think you will kind of follow suit or, like, follow along the same kind of guidelines, but it just never was really a thing. Like, even celebrating my dad's, like, I didn't really understand birthdays growing up. Like, I I never really understood the concept of like celebrating a birthday. Like I get celebrating somebody if you love them, but like I don't think we should wait for a day. It's like waiting till people die to give them flowers. Like if you care, you should like kind of go about showing that like not every day, because then it would get like worn out, but like do little things here or there, just enough to like keep reminding them that you are important to them. But like with that being said, and me being the age I am, I feel like, did I think I was going to be where I'm at in life right now when I was a kid? Like when I was 13, did I think by the time I'm my age now, was I going to have a house, or was I going to have a car? Was I going to be married? Was I going to have kids? I think more so other people thought things about me in that way, or had expectations, or maybe not expectations, but had like, not expectations. What is the right word? Like, they just thought like I would be somewhere else. Like, for example, growing up, I have 3 sisters, and I have multiple, like, I can't even honestly think right now how many girl cousins, but it seems like I have way more girls in my family than I have guys. And the girls started having kids, and yes, all of the girls are older than me, I do believe. Like, for sure all my sisters, and I'm pretty sure all my cousins are older than me. I might be one of the youngest kids in the family. Not now because they've had kids, but like in that rotation, that like generation of that crop of kids in my family, I think I was the youngest. And so the girls, my sisters, started having kids, and my cousins at the same time, and they were all like interlaced, like time wise. Like, so one would have one, another would have one, and it'd be like my cousin or my sister, and it would just be like go back and forth. But like they thought I'd be in that rotation, so every time somebody'd have a kid, they'd look at me and they'd be like, I think you're next. And no, dude. Like, they went several rounds. Like, I think even 5 rounds. Like, not everyone had 5 kids or anything like that, but there's some that have, like, so many kids. And going to situations where there's, like, a funeral or a family get-together for whatever the reason is, because the family is not as tight as it used to be, it's kind of always for a bad thing, like a funeral. But you're seeing kids, or you're seeing people that the last time you saw them, they were like 3 feet tall. And you're like, who are you? And they're like a full-grown adult with kids who are technically related to you. And you're like, I have no idea who you are. I didn't even know who your father was or who your mom was until like somebody said, oh my God, that's this person over here. Why don't you go say hey? And I'm like, holy shit, I ain't seen them since they were, 4 or 5 years old. So it's crazy to think like where life takes you, and like what happens and what changes the course. Like the path you may have expected yourself to be on is not necessarily anywhere. Like, dude, things change by the minute, and it changes the trajectory of your life. And you think one thing, or you have one expectation, and I mean, you are ultimately in control of that, and you can kind of shape that. But really, the thing you're most in control of is how you react to those things. And I know I didn't do a great job in my 20s of like setting myself up for life later on. And, you know, I'm having to pay those consequences now, and working every day of my life and finding times to breathe within that. And I know it doesn't feel like I'm ever going to stop working every single day, but it eventually will get there. And I know I'm just like living in the moment, paying the debt of the consequences or the choices that I made in my 20s. And like, I'm trying to do my best to like set myself up. And was Hilton like 21 when he got a house? Yeah. But that's not my path, and I don't need to compare myself to him and what he has at his age. And it's hard to do that. Like, it's hard to practice the things that you want to be better at in life when it's such a mental routine. Like, you'll go and think like, yo, I want to be more patient. Yo, me for sure. I'm such an impatient person, and I try not to let that like bleed into every area of my life, but I'm impatient, which leads me to being like, I mean, who doesn't have road rage? Like, I definitely have that, and it's just because I'm impatient about being where I want to be. Like, if I want to be home after work, I want to be there as fast as possible. Not that I want to drive 100 miles an hour, but like, I want to be there as quick as I can because I don't want to be in traffic. I don't want to be taken forever wherever I'm going. I just want to already be there. Like, we waste so much time traveling in life when you're like trying to go do something. Now, if you're on vacation or whatever, like, for sure, like, I like that part of the travel. Like, I don't mind I don't want to be stuck in traffic on the interstate for like hours, but that's part of the process of the vacation. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to get the things I want in life, but they change all the time. Like, and one of those things is working on the patience thing, and we're ultimately all in control of that. And I want to admit and like hold myself accountable for like being able to work on those things. Like, I've been listening to audiobooks because like reading books is not like a big thing for me. Like, it's not my favorite way to like absorb content or like try to implement new practices. And I'm trying to give myself grace when it comes to like changing who I am. I think my sister Tiffany told me this whenever I was younger, that like who somebody is by the time they're in their 30s is typically who they are forever. And she was just telling me that because of my mom. Like, I can't expect my mom to change a lot because she is, now pretty up there. No offense, Mom. But normally who you are in life, you're for the most part solidified in your 30s. Like, that's pretty much who you are. Like, you can change things and adjust behaviors and things like that, but typically you are pretty much who you are. And there's just things like about me that I absolutely hate, and I want to change them, and sometimes I feel like I'm lost and I don't know how to change those. And some of them I don't know like where the core problem stems from. And I go to therapy and I talk to her, my therapist, about like problems I have and potential like core issues they might string from. And not all the time is it so like obvious where it comes from, and more so we're like working on like how I'm feeling in the moments where I'm experiencing those behaviors or characteristics that I hate about myself. But I'm learning, and that's part of the process in which I have to find grace within myself. Like, don't just dog walk myself every time I like break not a promise, but like, yo, in my head I'm talking to myself and I'm like, yo, I want to be better about this, so next time when I'm in this situation that's similar to this, like, try to be better about it. And I'm trying to give myself grace for whenever the next time it happens, I'm not as good as I thought I could be. Because you always think you're going to be better because you got through something, and you're like, oh, like say I have a craving for pizza. Not everybody has pizza problems, but I'm one of the people that does. or food problems in general, but god damn, pizza, you know what I'm saying? Almost any version of pizza. Like, it is insane. Like, whoever came up with pizza, dude, guy or girl, I would just do whatever you wanted me to you. But like, for example, if I have a craving for pizza and I cave and like I buy pizza and I eat way too much of all of it, if I just eat all of it, no matter whatever you think the appropriate amount is, for sure I ate more than that. And then I had more. Like, whatever I bought, I ate it all, is what I'm saying. Like, and whatever I bought, if you were around, you'd be like, oh, so that's for like everybody here? I'd be like, no, like that's mine. Like, that's my portion. I asked y'all if y'all wanted pizza. Y'all didn't say anything. I'm just telling you what I'm buying, and I'm eating it. But after I have like a craving and I fall to it and I eat the pizza, like, and I'm through that moment, I'm always like, oh, next, dude, I'm fine. Like, why would I do that? Like, I feel like shit now. Like, why would I, like, put myself through that again? It'd be so easy to just not do that. But that's because you have the satisfaction in your body of like, yo, I don't have the craving anymore, because you satisfied the craving. So like, I'm trying to find the middle ground of like, whenever I do something that puts me in a place that I don't want to be in, whether that's like having a craving or having a mood or being short or impatient or being gluttonous or being lazy or whatever the thing is, I'm trying to figure out like, how can I mentally trick myself into thinking like, I'm not that way. Like, I'm not mad, or I'm not hungry, or like the outliers in life are the people that are able to get past those like vanity type feelings. Like, I say vanity because it's like, really the feeling is surface level, and I'm craving, or I'm caving so easily to something that like so many people can just easily say no to. Like, I'm around people that are not talking about food or talking about whatever it is, and they're just fine. But me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to eat around people, but wait till I get home and nobody's around, and I'm going to eat like a fucking pig. I'm going to be so disgusting. Like, if anybody that respected me, which there probably are none, but if there were anybody that did or thought highly of me, you would see, if you could just have like a hidden camera on me when I'm at home and one of these cravings hit or something like that, bro, you would be like, who the fuck is this person? It's like a little food demon gets a hold of me, and I'm just like, gotta have pizza. I just like, I mean, I'm not making noise, so I'm not like fucking walking around the house like bent up or anything, but it, like, for sure, it's like I get food horny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get turned on. I don't get sexual about food, but like, it's like that. Like, if you're a girl listening to this, I don't know how you girls are when you're horny, but I'll just speak for guys. When guys get horny, dude, if there's like an ounce of like just whatever that feeling is when it's in your body, your mind just starts to become one track, and you're like, all right, clearly I need to satisfy this urge or whatever it is, and you know, like, you figure out how to do that. I mean, you do it consensually with someone, or you do it consensually with yourself, or whatever, but like, that is what it is like to have like craving, or like when impatience hits me. It's like I have a one-track mind to it, and I try not to be that way, and I'm trying to figure it out. But it's like, when it hits, I'm aware it's happening. I'm like, dude, you are being ridiculous, no matter what it is, because all of those feelings that I'm talking about, they're all ridiculous. Craving, binging, gluttonous, anger, impatience, like, none of those are great representations of who I think I want to be. Like, I definitely feel, I mean, I think your self view of yourself. What the fuck am I? What is that? Your like self perspective or whatever. That I have like the worst of myself. I'm sure everyone can relate to that. That cannot be an uncommon feeling. Like there's not many people you meet that are just in love with themselves. Although there are like those people that you're like, yo, that dude sniffs his own farts. That dude loves himself. And I'm definitely not one of them people. I don't love myself. I mean, dude, what am I even saying? Like, I don't love myself. I appreciate certain things about myself, but it's definitely not a whole package thing. Like, there's a lot that I'm just like, bro, who would love this? I don't love this, and I am around it all the time. And that might be why I don't love it, because I'm just completely consumed and surrounded by it. Like, I've been with me my whole life. Nobody else has, but I also have this feeling of like, I don't know. I don't think anybody loves me. I think they love the idea of me. Like, the way I look, or maybe the way they imagine me to be. Like, from a distance, they see me and they're like, oh my God, this guy is whatever this is. Whatever I've built in my head, this is what I think this person is. And almost, I mean, 10 out of 10 times, 100%, I'm batting 1,000 on this, I think. I really don't know what that batting 1,000 thing means, but like, it just, I'm pretty sure that it means what I think it means. And what I think it means is like 100% of the time. So like, I'm batting 1,000 on this thing where people have a feeling about me. Let's just say somebody's interested in me, and then they learn about me. That interest quickly fades if it doesn't just instantly evaporate. You know, it's like throwing out boiling hot water in like sub 100 degree weather. That shit just evaporates in the air. It's like, that's exactly whatever they thought their interest was in me, and they were like, psych, not. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I live with that feeling all the time. Like, I cannot get out of my head like, I just look at me and I think of the bad shit. And like, maybe I think of a good thing I've done, but then nothing came of the good thing. And then I'm like, well, that's just proof that like, that's self-fulfilling prophecy of like, well, the thing I did that was really cool or good, I thought, nobody gave a shit about. So like, that's just proof right there. And my therapist is saying like, you shouldn't put your value in what other people think of you. But it's like, what is life but not the way that you interact with people and treat them? So what I'm saying is like, if people are interacting and treating me a certain way, that's got to be what I am. Like, I think I can be cool sometimes and like, yo, do the right thing and played it cool in this situation. And then I'm like, man, I liked that about me, like that I did it that way. But I don't know. So many people don't have that experience with me. I don't know. Just like feeling like you have imposter syndrome, like basically. Like, I think that's what I'm describing here. Like, I feel like, even with this podcast, like, dude, you know how often I contemplate just stopping doing this? Like, I don't think I'm good at this at all. Like, not at all. Whatever you guys think, the worst you guys think I am at this, or like your ideas of this podcast, I think worse than that. Like, there's no way whatever you feel about this can top what I feel about this. Like, do I love this and do I love doing this? In moments, yes, but in those moments, it's never because I was there. It's because the guest was there and they were telling a cool story, or they were funny, or they were serious and I learned something from it, or they were introspective and I was able to pick up something and change the shitty part I didn't like about me through that, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They made me aware of something. So I live with that imposter syndrome all the time, and it's undefeated. I don't know how to not feel that way. Like, all I know is I see and I meet people. Like, there's this dude at one of my jobs. His name's Ross, and he is like, he just walks in a room and people respect him. I don't know how to describe it. He's never asked for respect. Like, I mean, who the fuck has ever been like, yo, can I get some respect? Like, fucking nobody. But like, there's just people you meet in life, and he's one of those dudes where it's like, he walks in and people just respect him. And I think I have an inkling of what I feel like it is, and sometimes people, they don't agree with that, and that's fine. Like, we all have different opinions on it, but I feel like what it is like, you're able to gain respect from people, even if they don't know you, if you have knowledge about something they don't. And I've been able to put that little math equation on people whenever I'm like, whoa, a lot of people respect that person. Why? So then I put that little filter on it, and I look at them, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's because they know this much about this thing. And like, we're all here to try to learn that thing. Like, when you're in jiu-jitsu, like, so many people respect Derek Overby. That is my head coach. Like, I respect him. Do I think he likes me? Probably not. Do I know? Has he ever talked shit about me? I don't know. And I'm not saying that he has. I'm not saying that he doesn't like me. But, like, in your own head, you're just like, of course this person doesn't like me. They're well respected. And you just don't think you're respected. So, like, that, when I say you, I guess I'm really talking about me. But that's why, that's, like, the conclusion I've come to. Like, why do people respect certain people? And I feel like people don't respect me because I don't really know anything about anything. Like, I know the littlest things about, like, the things nobody gives a shit about. Like, I can barely do jiu-jitsu. Like, I can do jiu-jitsu well enough to know, like, to watch a match and just be like, yeah, they're in danger in this position. That's about it. Can I put people in danger? Probably not. Like, Ross, for example, he knows so much about anything you ask him, and even knows a ton about stuff that, like, I would have never known he knew anything about. And that just, like, respect to me, if I had to like describe it the way I see it on people, is like, I see it kind of like how you smell. Like, sometimes you can see or smell somebody coming from a while away. Like, they're not even close to you, and you're like, yo, this person's nearby, or they just came by or something. Like, that's how I feel when I meet certain people about respect. I'm like, I don't know anything about this person yet, but I just respect them, and it's like the way they carry themselves. But it's like, not just that, because you can really like somebody's personality, but you don't have the same respect for them if they're just like maybe I like somebody, but they have a lot of characteristics that aren't respectable. Like, they're lazy, or they complain a lot about their job, but you can still like them. And I just want to get closer to the way people, like, look at Ross or look at Derek. Like, I don't think I'll ever be in that realm, but, like, that's one of those things that I want to work on. I want to be more like, and I don't know. If for whatever reason we ever stop doing this podcast, part of that reason is probably because of me not liking me, and, like, not liking what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to come off like I think I'm so cool because I have a podcast. No, like, the reason the podcast is anything, like, if it's cool at all to anyone, it's not because of me. It's because of the people we've had on. Or it's because Hilton. Like, I'm the worst part of the podcast, like, hands down. Like, I could easily be replaced with anyone. We've had several people on this podcast where I was like, oh, this should be your show. Or you should have a podcast. Like, I shouldn't do this. Even, like, I know they just recently changed their name, and I think it's gonna be the Inefficient Podcast. But it used to be like the Bushido Boys Podcast. But it's like Matthew Moody and the guys over there in Mobile, at Mobtown. Like, they're doing a podcast, and they're like 3 episodes in, and it's night and day difference from us to them. Like, it's not even close. Like, they come off like they've been doing it for like 30 fucking years. And I look like you paid a homeless guy to just say some words into a camera. I'm so bad at this that it's not even funny in comparison. It's like crazy to me. Like, I'm sure like people that have known me from high school or like from being a child or whatever look at me or hear that I have a podcast and they're like, what the fuck? No, there's no way. You must be talking about a different Cody. I agree. Like, how the hell did this happen? Like, this is not what I imagined for myself. And not that I don't appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that listens to it. I do not understand why you guys do, and I thank you for it. I wouldn't listen, but I don't have to listen because I'm here and I'm experiencing it. It's coming through my head. And will I forget everything I said here today? Probably. But it's because I probably have early onset Parkinson's or something. I really just wanted to get on to get something out because I know we've been like very sporadic with our episodes, and I feel really bad about that. A lot of that is self-inflicted. I don't want to leave the people who do listen to this hanging. And I do want to have quality guests, and I want to have quality podcasts. But I'm experiencing a lot of self-doubt within this like medium, and I don't know that I am in a position where people should hear what I have to say about things. Like, do I have the ability? Yeah, anybody does. Like, anybody listening to this, you can start a YouTube page or start doing a podcast. You might be the next big thing. I never thought we were the next big thing. I just wanted to do this and like experience it and see. And I mean, we're pretty far now. Like, getting really close to 300. I think this will be 298. But I just experiencing a lot of self-doubt. Like, I feel like maybe my priorities in life are not exactly where they need to be, and like since I've kind of like tightened down on one avenue and working all the time and got rid of all my debt, and now I'm starting to get some savings built up because I have goals and I want to be headed towards them goals, and I don't want to just be living paycheck to paycheck and be riding and living off of debt. Like, I don't know. I'm like thinking, I hate how far behind I am in jiu-jitsu. Like, I should be so much further. And I feel like money definitely has been an issue. I know these are excuses, but like for sure money is one of those excuses. Another one of those excuses is how busy I am, like trying to make money and then also trying to like do this. We do this for free. Like, I mean, honestly, it's not just for free. We pay. Like, we have to pay for the streaming to be on, like, Apple and Spotify and all that. And, of course, YouTube's free, but we don't make any money on the podcast. Like, we're just doing this because we like doing it. And I miss how connected I was in jiu-jitsu and how much a part of the team I felt. And that's all on me. That's none of the team's fault. That's me being inconsistent and like me paying the debts of my earlier like life choices. That's what I'm paying for now, and those are the consequences I have to live with. But those are the debts I'm paying for now, and not everybody's gonna understand. And I understand. Like, I feel really bad because I was close with my friend Claire, and I wasn't able to be there for her like she needed from a friend. And because I was flaky in a time where she really didn't need someone to be flaky for her, I kind of ruined that friendship. And I'm sure it's going to happen to more people, and I don't mean for it to happen that way, and I feel really bad, and feel really bad not being a part of people's lives. But it's because I was so out of touch in my 20s, and I have to make up for time where I just wasn't being wise with my money and wise with my investments, and I don't think you're listening, Claire, because I don't know if you watch the podcast, and our friendship kind of fell apart, but I do sincerely apologize, and I'm sorry that I wasn't able to be there for you, and I'm any other friend that I haven't been able to be there for. I'm sorry, and in a lot of ways, I haven't even been there for myself, and that's not an excuse to not be there for you, but I'm sorry, and I'm working on things, and I hope that any friends that I lose in the future, or any of the friends that I've recently lost, that you guys can kind of give me some grace whenever the time is right. And I hope that maybe one day it is right, that we're able to revisit our friendships. But I love you guys, anybody that's listening, and I hope that this wasn't just the worst fucking podcast I've ever done. I'm sorry if it was a slog and it was boring. It's just some things I wanted to get off my chest, and I don't really get a chance to really vent and express these types of things much to you guys, or really anyone. Like, my therapist is the only one that really hears it, and even during therapy, I'm trying to pick up stuff, and I do vent a lot, but it's like, I want to learn, I want homework, and I want to be able to get better at whatever the thing is that I'm experiencing. But I thank you guys for listening. I really do love you guys, anybody that cares enough. I do want to shout out Johnny Mumbles at Sacred Grounds Tattoo Studio. I appreciate everything you're doing for me. We're very, very close, and I know I say that almost every podcast, of closing and finishing the piece on my back, and I cannot thank you enough. You have no idea how stoked I am on the way it looks, and how long I've been impatient. There you go, dude. I've been so impatient to finish these tattoos. I know a lot of people are like, dude, I can't wait to get tattooed. I can't wait to stop getting tattooed. I'm so done getting tattooed. I just want to be fully done and just be happy I don't have to experience that pain anymore. Probably because I'm getting older. But I love you so much, Johnny, and I appreciate you so much, and I thank you for everything you've done for the podcast and everything you're doing for us. And I hope that we're able to give you something back on your investment, and I appreciate it. And I love you, Johnny. I love you guys that are listening. I hope that everything that I'm doing isn't the worst. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. All right. Bye. Yee.